Today we're in Poznan, standing by a unique pizzeria. Why is it unique? Find out in this episode, so watch until the end. But for now, let's go inside and get to work. The place is quite small, 3 or 4 tables, but the gentlemen are here. Jarek, nice to meet you, and his business partner. Hi. Jarek wrote to me on social media that he has a rather unusual pizzeria, just like I mentioned earlier.
It's unusual because apart from these small tables serving on-site and takeout, we also produce our own artisanal packaged pizza.
Exactly, that's what inspired me the most in that message, because I thought there are plenty of pizzerias, but I've never come across a product like this before, so I said let's go to Poznan and show it on the Do Roboti channel. How? First you make the pizza, but the best part is packing it, then what do you do with it?
You order from us on our website or buy it in our stores, you reheat it for 3 or 4 minutes at home, and you really get a pizza that's very close to what you get in a restaurant.
And if you wanted to reheat such a pizza at home and unfortunately your oven stopped working, well, that's a disaster. And that not only ruins your mood, but also your budget. And the solution I recently discovered for such situations is Allegro Pay. An interesting life hack for anyone who wants to have control over their household expenses. When you need to quickly buy, for example, an oven like this without leaving your home. You have 30 days for convenient and flexible repayment with an APR of 0%. And if you have Allegro Smart and you buy for at least 2.5, you can even split the payment into 2 installments. And the best part is that you can now always have Allegro Pay with you. With the Allegro Pay card, you can pay nearly anywhere, even for pizza ketchup. The activation link for Allegro Pay and their new card is in the description. Now back to the pizzeria. What do we start with when making pizza? The dough.
Right, with our dough, we won't talk too much about it because it's a classic dough with slightly less hydration and with the addition of olive oil, so I think that's exactly what makes this pizza so good after reheating. We start by slicing the fresh ingredients for ourselves. Just like always, the sauce is ready, all the ingredients are prepared, so we slice and start making the pizza.
This place is in one of those little retail units, right?
Yes, it's in one of those little retail units, and honestly, it's a really tough location, even though it doesn't seem like it, because there are a lot of people passing by here, but it doesn't really translate into orders.
And did you come up with the idea of packaging this pizza because there's not much daily traffic here, or had you already been thinking about it before?
It definitely saves us because now we're producing more and more of it, we're focusing on it, but the idea came even before we opened the pizzeria, so it was always kind of my little dream, which I also shared with my business partner, and we talked about it.
I've been to many pizzerias, I've eaten at many, we've also filmed episodes in a lot of locations, but it's cool that you've gone beyond what others are doing, right? So let's say pizza pack to go for reheating in the oven. We'll also check the quality, of course, because that's very important too, but it's cool that you're thinking outside the box like that.
When it comes to quality, we actually use all the same ingredients that we use here on site, so our customers definitely won't notice any difference in quality. Well, to be honest, I haven't tried pizzas in stores that offer something restaurant quality because there you have frozen pizza made by machines. Here we do everything by hand. We knead, proof, bake, cool the pizza, arrange the ingredients, and pack everything right here on site.
I used to think the same way about my burger place with the idea of what I could do to reach more people. For example, so they could grill my burgers at home themselves. And I also thought about portioning things for them, you know, packing the meat here, sealing a pack of buns, but that's what I was thinking. If someone has to mess around with it, you know, fry the meat and all that, then I guess they'd rather just come to my burger place and eat there. How do you make tomato sauces? There are several methods.
Actually, we use ready-made tomato pulp that we blend ourselves. We don't use the usual pizzeria cans because they're too watery. This way you get more in the end.
Yes, it's really thick.
So this pizza doesn't really absorb that much sauce. That's why when you bake it, it's crispier. I'll show you the first dough ball, maybe how they make it.
How you knead it, okay? How many of these pizzas do you sell per day?
Packaged ones, I can't tell you per day, but in a week it gets up to about 500, 600 pieces at this point.
600 pizzas a week, but that's also for customers like stores that buy from you. So you deliver to them and sell what, like 10 or 15 pieces at a time?
Or sometimes even more. We collect orders throughout the week and have production days let's say Monday, Wednesday, and on Tuesdays. Actually, we send out deliveries or sometimes deliver them ourselves, so we're very flexible. At the very beginning, you have to be flexible if you want to make money.
Of course, and the crust, did you make it?
Right now.
I watched how he does it, but I have my own methods which I'll apply to this right now.
But, exactly. You actually do it just like in a regular pizzeria, then you add the sauce, 1 ladle, and you try to make sure you don't leave any empty, dry spots because that'll just burn. That's it. Now we put it in the oven.
Just plain, no cheese or anything?
Just the base with sauce. We're trying to keep the shape. Into the oven. Hold it here, then spin with your fingers. Actually, at this point, I can already take my hand away and twist it myself. Okay. You'd have to spin a few dozen pizzas to get the hang of it.
So do I take the ladle? Yes, I put it on.
Try not to leave too much sauce in the middle.
Oh, okay. All right, here you go. So do I open the oven here? Yes. Do we have this yet, or are we still making it?
Yes, you can take it away. A little rack so the pizzas don't really steam. We leave them until they're at room temperature, then we put them in the fridge.
As you say, on average you make about 100 pizzas a day, so do you make them all at once, standing here with your partner and just knocking them out, or is it more of a continuous process?
Like I said, our production days are twice a week, so Monday and Wednesday, and we make about 300 pizzas a day.
It's an ongoing process. 300 pizzas and your place stays closed during that time, right?
Sometimes not, sometimes we're open, we just come in much earlier and start working.
What time do you start at the pizzeria?
7, 8. We come in to heat up the oven, take out the dough, prepare some ingredients, and we also try to get some things ready the day before. Yes.
What kind of pizza is it? Roman, Italian, or French?
Spanish? Lately I heard it's called fusion. Fusion? Yes, it's something between Neapolitan and Roman pizza.
Okay, so it's Poznan pizza. So the pizzas are baking now. I always try to give some of my own life tips for the entrepreneurs we film episodes with and also for the viewers. Viewers often contact me like you did to show and promote their business. So feel free to write if you have an interesting job and you want me to show it on the Do Roboty channel. The email is displayed here. Click and write without hesitation. Here's a tip and a question. Why not use a conveyor oven with a belt to bake pizza automatically? So you can just pick it up ready at the end and place it on a rack.
I don't know if I'm wrong, but that kind of clashes with the idea of artisan pizza for me, because here I do everything myself. I watch over it, I turn the pizza, I bake it the way it should be, and I maintain the standard, let's say, of our restaurant. Each one also has, let's say, an irregular shape, right? Because it's made by human hands. You make one, I make another, but it always tastes good, the dough is always good, and it's always well baked. So, what do you think?
How long do we wait for them to cool?
It depends. We need to wait for them to cool before putting them in the fridge.
So we chill them before adding the ingredients?
Yes, Poles really like zapiekanki. We came up with the idea to make zapiekanki using the same dough we use for pizza. And also because it's a product for stores, we decided to make the most broadly appealing zapiekanka, which basically means it will only have olive oil, mushrooms, and salt. No garlic, onions, or anything like that. So if someone is packing it,
and then we put it on, we make it as a zapiekanka, and we also pack it, or do we eat it here on the spot? Also, yes.
We pack it.
So we don't eat it here? No. I see one big downside of this whole business, that we don't eat anything here.
We've already made 7 or 8 pizzas.
Now we're going to make zapiekanki, and I'm still hungry. Thanks. If you didn't find that shot funny, leave this channel. I laughed, which is why we edited it that way.
Like I said, I'll show you how I stretch these zapiekanki. It's not a difficult technique. I came up with it by accident. Just stretch it and do it like this. That's it, okay. You use this to poke a hole, thanks. We have the base ready, so now it's your turn.
I roll it in flour, stretch it, and yes.
You just have to make sure not to press it down because then you push the air out, both on the edges and on this side.
Okay. And what? And do I poke holes in it like this?
That's right, you poke holes in it so it doesn't rise like a bun, really. And now we put on the mushrooms, which we prepared earlier. No sauce. No sauce. And mushrooms are really the base of this open-faced baguette, and you are too.
Yes, me too. Mushroom. I see that here it's all by eye. Everything is measured so that it adds up, right?
Yes, I pretty much have it all in my head. Honestly, we've done so much of this. Maybe if we start producing huge quantities, then we'll have to focus on making sure the measurements are exact, but we don't add too much, we don't add too little. Just enough so it tastes right. The point is, we want the person who buys it to be satisfied.
That's what it's about.
So that the buyer is satisfied.
Yes, I think so. So let's make 4 casseroles so we can show the viewers how we pack 2 of them and we'll eat the other 2.
This, no problem.
No problem. No problem. I get it. We have these baked baguettes, so what now? Now we decorate them? Yes.
Make sure you check often so it doesn't burn. See, the ham is already nicely toasted. So we take it out.
And here we also need to emphasize the quality of these ingredients again, that these are high quality Italian ingredients.
Right? Yes, we try to choose the best ingredients so that it tastes like restaurant food, not like store-bought food.
I have to try it, but it's a bit heavy. It's kind of like a pizza. It's good. The Zapiekanka is very good. I have a question about the prices. Is this menu for dining in or is it for takeout pizzas?
No, this is the menu for dine-in, takeout and delivery. Packaged pizza prices are a bit different and slightly cheaper. Somewhere along the way we looked at it and decided to meet the customers halfway. So if a customer takes something home and has to bake it themselves, they might feel like they're doing it themselves. So maybe it should just be a bit cheaper for them. They can take some home, refrigerate them, and bake whenever they want, right? Because here
I see your business at a larger scale, it becomes profitable. If someone comes and buys 3 pizzas, I'd rather everything be with Yasmina since it's the same pizza. And the price, let's say, for dine-in is higher than the packaged one, and we know that the production process is much longer. Here, it cools down, goes in the fridge, then we take it out, bake and rebake it. There are more steps than making a pizza in 4 minutes and serving it on a plate.
we're more focused on making it a wholesale product meant to be sold in larger quantities and so on for stores or for customers in bigger amounts. Great.
Great business idea, I appreciate it. I'm finishing this delicious Zapiekanka and then we're heading back to production to finish and pack the pizza. We've taken the crust out of the fridge for the next production. What's the next step?
Now we'll turn on the vacuum packing machine, set up the food grade nitrogen. Okay, we turn on the machine and we can start putting the raw ingredients on all these pizzas. We'll find the cheeses here. Okay.
So which pizza are we making now?
So now we'll make a base with sauce. So just the base. Now we'll make a margarita. I want to make a salami one.
So we put cheese on the salami one too? Yes.
Yes, so that it's spread nicely everywhere so it looks good. Here we have salami. How much? 7 pieces. Okay. 6 around, 1 in the middle. The margarita is ready.
6, 7, okay.
That's great. All right, let's take the bag.
Oh, so we're not baking the pizza now, did I forget?
No, it has raw ingredients and we're packing it right into the package. We have a bag, here you go, this is for you.
Okay.
We can do it this way. Take all 3 at once. Since it's spraying nitrogen, we need to put the bag on like this.
Nitrogen goes inside, right?
Yes, food grade nitrogen goes inside to extend the expiration date a bit, right? Okay. It removes all the air but leaves a bit of nitrogen inside so that the shelf life is even longer than it normally would. No, we close the lid, press it, and that's it.
And does it squeeze as tightly as the test one? Or is it like, no, no?
No, not that tightly. We have it set so it doesn't squeeze too hard, so the dough doesn't get crushed in the process.
It takes a while with all these pizzas, right?
Yes, and now he's spraying with nitrogen. And he's removing the air, thank you. You see? It's set up perfectly so it doesn't get crushed. And to seal it, we can tear this off and our pizza is ready.
Okay. Another pizza.
And now all that's really left is to stick the label on. Here we have the label, here we have the order slip.
Is the label self-adhesive? Yes. Now here's an important question in my view, since I run food establishments that meet sanitary requirements for our customers. How does it work when you're making pizzas for takeout like this? Here we have allergens listed and information about the best before date. Who determines that? How long does a product like this last?
Well, every pizza has to be sent to a laboratory with the date we want to check. The laboratory is supposed to determine when it is safe to eat, and that's how they test it. They send us a decision about how long the pizza is good for, and okay.
And we decide on that ourselves. Please check if it will last 30 days.
Yes. If it doesn't last, unfortunately, we send another sample and, for example, check it for 20 days and again.
We'll pay, yes. Okay, exactly, this way.
Unfortunately, that's how it works.
That's valuable information. If something didn't hold up, it's about 500 to 800 zlotys per inspection and every pizza must be checked. Without this, you can't proceed since the health department requires it on the sticker. Here it is.
And here we have the stamp regarding the date. Here I've already worked out the order for the next stores we're preparing today. What date goes on each product? Each one is different, between 12 and 18 days.
How does it work out financially when it comes to this production? Is it still better to serve pizza and feed people on site or with delivery, or is it better to make this kind of pizza?
It's best to do both. However, when we send these pizzas to stores, they're larger wholesale quantities. So with a large number of stores, it works out really well. You can also organize this work very efficiently. How many pizzas we have to make each day, how many we send out, how we send them, and so on. So it's more organized, so to speak. In gastronomy, as you know, you never know what kind of day it will be. You never know how many customers will come. Here, fortunately, we know how many pizzas we have to make, how many we have to send out, and that's how we send them. So it's a little bit easier, so to speak.
At what prices do you sell wholesale?
From 20 to 25 zlotys per pizza for the store, right? Then the store adds its own markup. So in the store?
You don't have a regulated price yourself, so the pizza doesn't cost the same in every store. Exactly.
No.
But these are stores like, I don't know, supermarkets, neighborhood stores, because, you know, according to them, frozen pizzas rule there, which we can buy for 9 now, probably 13 or 14 zlotys. If you sell it for 20, then the customer in the store probably gets it for 30, 35, 40.
Well, maybe not that expensive. Up to 30, 32, I think that's usually how it looks. However, no, we don't work with supermarkets, we don't work with any big chains. Instead, we rely on organic stores, health food stores, and good delicatessens. Wherever there's a customer willing to pay for a good quality product, and we're seeing more people like that, it really makes more sense.
As you've seen from the beginning of this episode, very entrepreneurial gentleman, and I will also be introducing a loyalty app for the food service industry soon. We'll be testing it in my burger restaurants. If you have a food business and want to try our app, email us at the address in the description. If you want to start your own food business, I invite you to join the growing House Gastropub franchise network I'm expanding. We are also in Wrocław, Bielsko-Biała, Włocławek, Gliwice, Chorzów, and we are constantly expanding throughout Poland, so you know where to eat the best burgers. Here's the pizza, and it's really tasty. I recommend it because I tried that Zapiekanka. I think I'll reheat the pizza at home too.
All right, thanks, Wojtek. I know you always get paid for your work, yes.
It's cans, but I don't have a can.
You don't have a can, no problem. This time you'll get pizza for the whole week. For a week, here you go.
There won't be any until tomorrow, but thank you very much. This is Wojtek Kaczmarczyk. I'm really glad you made it to the very end. Thank you for watching this video, and I encourage you to check out more videos on the Do Roboti channel. Click on the next video and see what interesting things I've recorded there.